Welcome, welcome. For those of you who've never met me before, my name is Kim. I'll be guiding you through your yoga flow. As always, keyword is guides. You want to pay mind to what's going on in your body and adjust your skills accordingly. You can take those variations where perhaps you modify using blocks under fingertips, knees down in lunges. You will have ample opportunity to challenge yourself. I am good for a challenge. So if you want to broaden your horizon a little bit, spread your wings, see what you have today to work with. You'll also have opportunity to do that. With that being said, I'm going to have you begin in child's pose. So I'm going to turn myself on my side. You can take your knees either together or you can take your knees apart with your toes to touch and you walk your hands down, resting your third eye on your mat. You close your eyes here and you allow yourself some time and some space to adjust. So breathing here, big breaths in, fill you up. And exhale, soften you down. Listening to your music. If you're listening to my playlist, it's Radiohead, so there's that. And just feel the earth support you. So we're set en route here, having a new appreciation for stillness. See what there is to see as you breathe into the back of your rib cage, expanding your lungs. And exhale, contracting, softening, releasing. And you do this, inhaling, expanding, creating space for those ones none. And exhale, soften, releasing, grounding. Give yourself 3 more breaths here. 2 more. 1 more. Nice and slow. We're going to inhale, half lift. Look for your fingertips. Walk your hands slowly over to the right. Line that tummy up with your right thigh. Take a big breath in. And exhale, melt and fold, draping your body over that right thigh. Breathing for that left side. You give 2 big inhales here, filling up. Exhale. Give it 1 more breath. And exhale. Nice and slow. Inhale, half lift, look for fingers. Walk those hands back center, continuing over to your left. Take your time as you arrive. Big inhale. Exhale, drape over that left side. Breathing for that right side body, grounding down with that right ankle. Big inhales, expand you. Exhale, soften, release you. 2 more breaths right here. 1 more. And exhale, nice and slow. We half lift, look for fingers. Walk it back center. Find that midline. Inhale and exhale, folding right down. Breathing into what is, letting go of what isn't. Give yourself 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Before you slowly come back up, half lift, you're going to walk your hands one at a time back towards you, taking your knees to touch, sitting in hero's pose. Maybe you walk your hands behind you, lean back into your fingertips, puff your heart up, gaze up to the sky. Hold space, 1 breath. And exhale, chin toward chest, reach your arms up to the sky, prayer connects. Exhale, prayer hands down through third eye, through heart center. We're going to choose our intention here. So bowing head to your heart, your sankalpa. Whatever we manifest together today, for what purpose will it serve? Maybe today is to remind you to have patience, to hold space, to let go of those expectations and those judgments, those criticizing little voices in our minds that have something to say about everything. Let them go. Give yourself 1 more moment for patience, for peace, for strength, whatever it is. Choose. And exhale. Nice and slow. We're going to send that prayer to the side, coming up onto your knees. Push your arms past your ears. And then take your arms down by your sides. Now sway a little bit left and right. So push your hips left, push your hips right. Adjusting yourself a little bit. You want your knees hips width distance. So make sure that those knees are directly underneath your hip points, right? Your toes can be tucked or untucked. It's really up to you, but we're going to move our meditation here. So coming to hands at prayer heart center, squeeze your glutes, push your pelvis forward a little bit. Then inhale, send that prayer out to the sky. Push arms past your ears, big breath. As you exhale, start to hinge forward. Pull your elbows down by your sides and to just look for your knees. You're coming into a makeshift rabbit. Inhale, reach those arms down, forward and up. As you lift your heart up to the sky, you gaze up into a makeshift camel. Exhale, come back down, chin into chest, bring your elbows down behind you. That means a little ball or finding rabbit. Inhale, reaches you back up to the sky, push your pelvis forward, squeeze those glutes, lift your gaze. 2 more times, nice and slow with control, coming into a little baby rabbit. Inhale, reach your arms down, reach them forward, puff that heart up, squeeze your glutes, maintain. And last time, come into that little baby rabbit, and you hold space here. Now stay here for 3. Maybe you tuck your toes under, reach your arms back, maybe cup your heels for 2. On 1, you might lift your hips away from your heels, getting a nice juicy stretch in your upper back, stretching out your lats, your oblique. 1 more inhale. Nice and slow, exhale, untuck toes. Bring your arms back up to the sky, find that brave camel. We're gonna take our hands down through third eye through heart center and arms by our sides for little baby samasthiti. This time, inhale, prayer up. Separate your hands, relax your shoulders. Take a big breath in. Exhale, hinge halfway down. Ribs towards hips, stomach towards spine. See if you can maintain this frame. So this is like a table without your arms down. Nice and slow, chin to chest. Start to rise up 1 vertebra at a time. Push your pelvis forward, lift your gaze, get a little deeper into that heart. Beautiful. Exhale, come halfway down. Ribs towards hips, stomach towards spine. Nice light back. Gaze to the ground. Keep those arms reaching. Inhale, chin into chest. Rise up 1 vertebra at a time. Gaze up, puff that heart up. Find that baby camel. And 1 more time, halfway down. Hold those arms reaching forward, gazing to the earth. Arms line up with your ears and maintain it. 3. Hold space here. 2. Beautiful. On 1, plant your hands down, come forward, tabletop, and start to move side to side. So you're undulating here, oscillating, allowing yourself sometimes some space to work through any kinks you may have found along the way. Give yourself 1 more movement before again you come back to a neutral space. You're in tabletop. As you inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, find a nice juicy cow stretch. Exhale, round out, chin into chest, look for your tummy to find cat. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, push the earth away, chin to the sky, cow. Exhale, round out, chin into chest, look for that tummy to find your weight, cat. 2 more, inhale, puff it up, gaze that cow. Exhale, round out, chin into chest, arching into cat. And 1 more time, inhale, drop that belly, lift your gaze, cow. Last time, exhale, round it down, find your weight, cat. Coming back, neutral spine, tuck your toes under. Lift your knees 2 inches from the earth, hover in a table, press up and out of those shoulders for 3. Holding space here for 2. On 1, send your hips up to the sky, downward facing dog. Now pedal it out here. Working through any tension you might be maintaining in your legs, your calves, your hamstrings. You're taking your time, sending your breath. All the while, hold space in your upper body. So ribs towards hips, stomach towards spine. You want a nice strong center, activating those bandhas, building your tapas. So bandhas are energy locks, tapas is your internal fire. Give yourself 1 more breath pedaling. Before you come back neutral, gesture both heels toward the earth. See what you can do here. So you're holding and maintaining downward facing dog. Some days hammies are just so stinking tight that we need to take a little bend in our knees coming up onto our toes. That's okay. Keep that upper body the same. Press up and out of those fingertips. Run through the collar. Give it 1 more breath. And exhale. Nice and slow. We're going to inhale high up on the tippy toes. Take a breath in. Exhale, chin to chest. Roll forward to a high plank. So push the earth away here. Find that plank. Now really hold your own here. This is on your accord. Find the integrity of this pose. Ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine. So try not to dip your tummy down. And try not to stick your hiney up. Find that in between. Ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your quads. Hold it 3. Press and hold it for 2. On 1, use your toes, come into your fingers, extend. Beautiful. Now nice and slow, take down knees. Come forward into your fingers, start to bend your elbows, come down chest and chin. So you're in Ashtangasana. This is a little baby cobra. Or I shouldn't say baby cobra. This is a baby inchworm. Cobra's coming. Nice and slow, use your toes, slither your tummy down, coming through your elbows to find baby cobra. So you want to keep your palms planted by your sides, elbows retracting, shoulders back. And see if you can lift your palms. Keep your toes down. So this really pushes your pubic bone into the ground, pushing your pelvis down to keep you grounded. One more breath in. Plant your hands down. Beautiful. Now, tuck your toes under. Push it back, child's pose. Keep your hands the same. We're going to do a moving meditation from here. We're really going to focus on some undulations with you today. So give yourself one more breath. Nice and slow. Use your toes as your chin comes into your chest. Start to come forward. Press your pelvis down. Bend your elbows. Find yourself that little low cobra again. Right? Keep your toes tucked. Nice and slow. Push it back. Find that child's pose. Inhale, chin into chest. Come forward. Extend your pelvis down. Peel your chest up. Elbows back. Cobra. Beautiful. Push it back. Find that child's pose. Keep your toes tucked. 2 more times. Inhale, tuck your chin, come forward, peel it up and down, cobra. Exhale, push it back, child's pose. 1 more time. Inhale, come forward, peel it back, find cobra. This time, untuck your toes so you can straighten out your arms a little bit. Hold space. Shoulder blades back, down away from ears. Give it a big breath in, squeeze your glutes. Exhale, lower your chest down. Take a breath in. Exhale, take your feet even wider, right? So feet come the width of your mat. Inhale, start to peel up low cobra. Maybe you can start to straighten out your arms. Coming up high cobra. You can keep a little bend in your elbows. Does not have to be perfectly straight. Maybe take a big breath. Inhale, maybe tilt your chin to the sky. And exhale, come back down, all the way onto your tummy. 1 more time. Inhale, start to lift your chest. Find that low cobra. Float your hands here for 3. See if you can float your feet here. Catch a locust for 2. On 1, plant your feet, plant your hands. Come up 1 more time, high cobra. Come as high as you can. Lift your chest, hold space. Now gaze forward, hold that high cobra. Big inhale. Exhale, gaze up your right shoulder, squeeze your glutes, 3. Hold space here, 2. Beautiful, on 1, gaze forward. Exhale, gaze up your left shoulder, holding here, 3. Holding here, 2. On 1, gaze back forward. Chin to the sky the last time. Exhale, fall all the way down. Take your feet to touch. Tuck your toes under, push it back. Child's pose to rest. Now, inhale, half lift in your child's pose. Keep those toes tucked. You want to feel the stretch in your arch. Press your weight into your left hand. Peel your right onto the sky. Stay in an active child's. Exhale, thread that right shoulder down. So right arms down and through. Right cheeks on the mat. Right shoulders on the mat. Left hand stays extended. Option to get a little deeper here. You might send that left arm up to the sky, middle finger to thumb for patience, fly flag. If you feel good, maybe take that left hand to your hip or slip it behind your back, palm face up, finding a little bind here. Either way, you're in a threaded child. Give it 2 more breaths. Good, give it 1 more. If you have a bind, release that left arm up to the sky, reach it forward and down, and we're going to peel that left arm back up. Hold an active child, stay low. Reach that right arm forward, grounding. Now we peel left arm up, stay low, active child. Go ahead, thread your needle. So left shoulder is down and through, your gaze under your right arm, and you hold space here. Again, you might decide to advance, maybe reaching that right arm up, middle finger to thumb for patience, fly a flag. Maybe you decide to take that flag to your right hip or take it behind your back, palm face up for a half bind. Hold space either way you're threaded in your child. Take 2 more breaths in. Exhale, 1 more. You got it. If you're bound, release that right arm up to the sky. Reach it forward, take it down. Inhale, unthread your needle. Left arm up, gaze up. Reach it forward, take it down. Beautiful. Inhale, look for your fingers. Walk your hands 1 at a time back towards you. Sweep your arms to the sky, prayer connects. As you exhale, put your hands down through your attention. You come back up onto your knees. Now take a look at your knees again. Make sure they're the width of your hips. Feet are separated as well. So we have a nice parallel line going, okay? Keeping that pelvic floor engaged. Keep pushing your tummy forward by engaging your glutes, ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine, hands remain at prayer. Take a big breath, inhale here. Exhale. Nice and slow, inhale, prayer to the sky. Now push your best here, separate your hands, gaze up. So we did this before when we did rabbit, but we're gonna hold our camel this time. Take a big breath in. Exhale, see if you can take your right hand into your invisible back pocket. Squeeze as you lift your chest. Hold space here, 3. Hold space here, 2. On 1, see if you take your left hand into your visible back pocket. Bring your elbows back toward each other, lift your heart, lift your gaze. You're in level 2 camel. Keep pushing that pelvis forward, keep squeezing your glutes, try to get your heart to the sky. One more breath, inhale. Now if you're using that core and that Uddiyana Bandha the way you should be, you should easily be able to send that left arm back up, because it's all core strength, not lower back. Send your right arm up. Beautiful. Now exhale halfway down. If you're going to pass, I'm going to block. Get a halfway table without your arms. Hold space there, 3. Hold space there, 2. Chin into chest, rise up one vertebra at a time. Take a big breath in. This time we're coming into rabbit. Curl yourself into a little ball. Bring your elbows down behind you, nose to knees. Inhale, rise up. Catch that little baby camel. You know how it feels. Exhale, curl up into that little ball, find your rabbit. Bring your elbows down behind you, pull your fists beside you. Inhale, reach it back up, find that camel. One more time, moving that meditation, catch your way into that rabbit pose. Now really tuck your chin to your chest, try to get your nose to touch your knees, maybe extend your arms back, cupping your heels, lift your hips off your heels, find this beautiful inversion. So you're gonna feel it in your lats. You're gonna feel it in your oblique. You're gonna feel it in your traps. If you have rabbit, one more breath. Nice and slow rabbits, release back those little balled up fists. We're gonna inhale, reach it all the way back up to the sky. Pause here, big breath, inhale. Exhale, take your left hand into your visible back pocket. Squeeze your glutes, push your pelvis forward, lift that heart up. Again, this is all core strength, not your back. Slowly take your right hand into your visible back pocket. Squeeze your elbows back, lift your heart to the sky, hold space. Bursting wide open for 3. Hold it here, keep it lifted for 2. On 1, so we reach that right arm back up. Reach that left hand back up. Halfway down into a floating table, no arms. Hold your frame, and now plant your hands down, find an actual tabletop. Untuck your toes, sway side to side. So again, we're resetting here. You're giving yourself ample opportunity. Catch your breath, see what there is to see. We did a lot of isolation in terms of core strength, really activating that transverse abdominis. So your corset muscle, the one that pulls your ribs in, makes you look real skinny. So when we really suck in, when we want to fit in our jeans, you give it one more breath. Go for it again, you come back, neutral spine, find that tabletop. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, find your way cow. Exhale, round up, chin into chest, find your way cat. 2 more, inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze, cow. Exhale, round up, chin into chest, find your way cat. One more time, find your way cow. Beautiful, this time come into cat, hold it there, 3. Hold it there, 2. On 1, come neutral spine, tabletop. Tuck your toes under. Take a big breath in. Exhale, now bring those knees to hover the earth, 2 inches. You're hovering that tabletop, pushing up and out of those rhomboids, activating that upper back, engaging that middle body, so ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine, hold it, 3. Hold space here, 2. On 1, send those hips to the side, downward dog, pedal it out. So we definitely built some heat this time around. You feel it, you're cooking, that's good. Give it one more breath. Beautiful. Before again you come back, neutral spine, gesture both heels toward the earth. Inhale, get up high on those tippy toes. Exhale, ground your heels down. Inhale, get high on the tippy toes to elevate. Exhale, ground your heels down, anchor. One more time, high on the tippy toes. Take a look at the top of your mat. You could take a walk or you could take a hop. Whatever you choose to do, you're finding Uttanasana, forward fold. Breathing. Inhale, half lift, catch your breath, half lift. Fingers up shins, or maybe you dangle them. Exhale is going to melt you back down. Take a bend in your knees and go opposite elbows to decompress a little bit here. So we did a lot of back bending to warm us up. That definitely gets your fires lit. But now we want to be nice to our upper body. Let our thoracic spine take a breath. Let your head hang heavy. Maybe you're slowly shaking your head yes. Maybe you're slowly shaking no. You're letting your body be like a little rag doll. Give it one more breath here. Before you come neutral, release your arms down, soft bend those knees, sweep them up to the sky, or Vastasana, parallel gaze up. Exhale, bring hands down through third eye through heart center, arms by your side, Samasthiti. Inhale, parallel gaze up. Exhale, chase your prayer horse, swan dive all the way down to the ground to fold, find Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, melt and fold. Again, soft bend your knees, sweep it up to the sky. This time preparing for chair. So prayers meeting up and overhead. a bend into your knees. Now, if you'll notice, I'm not poking my hiney out to catch my chair. This is not chair. This is chair. So it's a mountaintop with a bent knee bottom, and we build the fire from there. So keep that core engaged. Ribs, sword tips, semi-sword spine. It's gonna rip roar through your quads. We're building the integrity of this pose by strengthening and lengthening those quadriceps. They're big, big, big muscles, and they hate to do their job. So we're reminding them. Give it 2 more breaths, just fire it up. 1 more breath. Now we're gonna get deeper, ready? Watch your core, rib, sword tips, semi-sword spine, start to hinge forward. So I have a nice flat back. I'm protecting my low back by engaging that core. I'm sending my hips back to get my knees stacked and my ankles. And I get so deep in my chair, my tummy may as well touch my thighs, but I'm not gonna let it. Keep your rear hovering those knees. Keep working it for 3. Your low back's aching, pull your ribs towards your hips. You should be aching for 2. Give it 1 more breath. Nice and slow on 1, bring it all the way back up to the sky. Push your arms past your ears. 1 more time, bring it back down into that chair. Hands at heart center. Hold space there. Build it. You feel it? It's all legs. I'm isolating it. Give it 1 more breath. Hinge forward. Get your tummy over your thighs. Beautiful. Send your hips back. Keep your toes light. Burn through those quads. 1 more breath. Listen. Send your prayer forward like you have a little shark fin. Separate your hands if you're going to hand someone a present. Keep those arms lined up with your ears. Now we're really working that upper back. Now you're really working your quads. 1 more breath. Send your arms behind you like a speed racer. Stay low. Inhale, reach your arms down, reach your arms forward. Keep those knees bent as you come up. Full-blown Utkatasana. Beautiful. Now hold space here. Ribs, sword tips, semi-sword spine. I know your quads want to break. You're going to get it. Give it 1 more breath. Prayer hands down through third eye through heart center. And rise up like a rocket. Straighten out your legs. Push your arms past your ears. Arms by your side. Samasthiti. So are you awake now? Roll out your wrists. Roll out your ankles. Dance it out. I like to do the Beyonce dance. You just little like fluttering of your legs. Wakes your quads back up. Feels good. So do your little dance. Shimmy in place. Shake it out. All right, so when you're ready, coming back inside neutral space, Samasthiti, arms by your side, you're a mountain. Spread your fingers, lift all 10 toes. Exhale, pinky, middle, big toe, down to the ground. Now let's inhale, send that prayer up to the sky. Exhale, prayer hands down through third eye through heart center. Now I'm gonna have you balance just a little bit, nothing crazy, but it's gonna transition us. So, engaging ankles, calves, knees, quads, squeeze your core. Shoulder blades back, keep a nice lifted chest. Drishti gaze is at eye level. Start to shift your weight into your right leg as you soft bend your left knee. So left knee is bent, right leg is straight. You start to bring that left knee up and into your chest. So think knee to navel, flex your foot. Internal rotation of your thighs activates your mula bandha. So that's your I gotta pee muscle. And it's gonna help you here. Keep activating that core, bringing it all in to fire up your uddiyana bandha. That's your core strength, just below your rib cage, just where your solar plexus is. Give it 1 more breath, balancing. And nice and slow, start to bend into your right knee. So you're breathing into that right quad. I know it's kind of angry at me because we just did a whole lot of chair. Do what you can here for 3. Do what you can here, internal rotation of those thighs for 2. On 1, straighten out your right leg to lift. Exhale, slowly start to rebend that right knee. So a little bit of a bend. We're taking the elevator for 3. Hold that elevator for 2. Beautiful on 1. Quad press to lift. Straighten that right leg. 1 more time. Bend into that right knee. Hold it here. 3. Hold it here 2. Listen. On 1, start to hinge forward. Pin your knees together. So once your knees are pinned, gaze down, get your chest parallel with the earth. You're in Kundalini for 1 breath. Now extend that left leg out behind you, slowly with control. Tap your left toes down to the end of your mat. You've got yourself a nice low lunge with a strong profile. So your tummy is not touching that right thigh. You are engaging here. You're holding space. Give it 1 more breath in. Exhale. Slowly start to twist your body over to the right. Now it could be 1 little degree turn. It could be a full, 45 degree? We're in 45 degree turn. So if you can revolve all the way, go ahead. If not, just a little turn is enough. 1 more breath. I know you're tired. Slowly bring it back center. Ready? Send your prayer out in front of you. Separate hands, relax shoulders. Send your arms behind you like a speed racer. We're gonna get a break. Ready? Reach your arms down, reach them forward. Come up, high lunge, straighten your right leg. That's your break. Internal rotation keeps you balancing. You're staying up on that left big toe. Keep that left heel lifted. So if you have internal rotation and you've drawn your midline, you should be able to pick your left heel up and down. And you're just following that line. You are not falling. Good. One more breath, just checking in. Before we come neutral, re-bend that right knee. You're in a high lunge. Open up cactus arms. Middle finger sit down for patience. You're gonna need it. Get that right knee over that right ankle. Get a little deeper. Hello, quads. Give it one more breath. Nice and slow. Inhale, straighten that right leg. Keep your arms a cactus. Exhale, re-bend that right knee. So we're waking up that quad. Inhale, straighten that right leg. Internal rotation to balance. Exhale, re-bend that right knee back into your lunge. One more time, straighten out that right leg. Take a breath, listen. Bring your elbows back toward each other as you lift your heart. Big breath in. Exhale, bend into your right knee. Keep that little heart opener. So this is why we did camel earlier. Big breath in, listen. Keeping that knee lunge. Reach your body forward, send your arms forward, pass them on a box. As you inhale, bring your elbows back, lift your chest, stay in that lunge. Exhale, reach forward, get that chest over that right thigh, pass them in a box. Inhale, pull those elbows back, middle fingers sit down for patience. I know you want to kill me. Nice and slow, reach it back forward. Hold space here, 3. Hold space here, 2. On 1, bring those elbows back. Big breath, straighten that right leg. Reach your hands to prayer up and overhead. Listen. Big inhale here. Exhale. One more. Now with straight legs. Exhale. Halfway down, big swan dive arms. You stay at the halfway mark. Ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine. Say 3. Say 2. Say hi to that glute. On 1, flip your palms. Prayer reaches up, gaze up. Big inhale. Exhale again, come halfway down. Hold space here, 3. Push that right hip back, left hip forward, 2. Flip your palms, rise up. Big breath in. Last time, exhale halfway down. Now listen, we're gonna transition. Take a breath in. Drop that left heel down. Tip your right hand to your right shin, left arm to the sky. Your resting pose is a modified triangle. So get your body stacked up here. You want your hips stacked. You want your ribs stacked, your shoulders, and your wrists. So you're caught up between 2 panes of glass. Keep that right hand just below your right kneecap. No need to go deeper. Hold space here, big breath in. Exhale, one more breath in. Nice and slow, reach that left arm up and overhead. So we're extending our triangle. We're breathing for that left side body. Give it 2, big breath in. Exhale, one more big breath in. Now exhale, keep this exact shape. Gaze down, bend into your right knee, rest your right forearm on top of that thigh. You're in a modified extended side angle. Push that right knee towards your right pinky toe, stay with it. So knees are over ankles, external rotation gets that groin hot, and your adductors working. Get one more breath, inhale here. Exhale, gaze down, lift your top body up. Breathe, warrior 2 to tip you back into peaceful warrior. Maybe you wrap your left arm behind your back, lunging into it. You found yourself a bound warrior in peace for 3. Keep pushing that right knee towards your pinky toe for 2. On 1, lift your top body up, warrior 2. Take a moment, big inhale. Relax your shoulders from your ears as you exhale. Flip your palms, inhale, prayer up, straighten your right leg. Good. Exhale, float it back down into warrior 2. Bend that right knee, arms up, shoulder height. Flip your palms, inhale, rise up. Prayers up, straight legs. Exhale, bend that right knee, float it back down, warrior 2. One more time, flip your palms, reach your prayer up, take a breath in. Exhale, come back down into that warrior 2. Now stay here, warrior 2. Hold your frame, big inhale. Exhale, start to hinge forward, getting that side angle again. It's going to be your choice. So either forearm on thigh, left arm to the sky, or maybe you can take your right hand inside that right foot. You're developing here. Use blocks. Keep pressing your right knee towards your right pinky toe. Stacking hips. Best you can to stack your ribs. Gaze up. Give it one more breath here. Exhale, reach that left arm up and overhead. Long line through that left side body. 2 more breaths in. Exhale, 1 more breath. Here's your challenge. Keep this shape. We're going to do arm circles. Gaze down. Take your left hand to scrape the earth. Inhale, swing it back up to the sky. Gaze up. Follow that hand with your eyes as you bring it back down. Scrape your left hand to the ground. Inhale, reach it back up. 1 more time, big circle. And inhale it back up to the sky. Big breath. Finale. Take your left hand to your hip for a bind. Take it behind your back. Maybe right hand can bind your left, wrapping it underneath that right thigh. You have 1 more breath. I promise you're getting a break. Slowly plant right hand down, left arm up. Reach it forward, take it down. Pick your back heel up, heel toe your right foot out. So you're officially in a lizard. If you need blocks, bring those blocks under your hands. Keep drawing that right knee in towards your body. 2 big breaths, inhale here. Exhale, 1 more. Nice and slow, bring that left knee down and shift your way back to straighten out your right leg for just a breath. So we're not going any further than a breath here just to get your quad back. Beautiful, exhale. Nice and slow, rebend that right knee. See if you can pick your back knee up again, but I want you to step your left foot a little further back. Yeah, now drop your left knee down and tuck your toe. You feel the difference, right? This is lizard. You want that left hip in full extension. You want your right hip in flexion. So it's an internal rotation. Keep that compression there. Right knee presses in toward right shoulder. Chest is slightly lifted. Gazes to the top of your mat and to the ground. So nice neutral spine. You want your cervical spine nice and neutral too. If you gaze forward and tilt your chin up, you get a turtleneck and a cranked up cervical spine. So try to gaze down, loosen up that neck. Give it 1 more breath. Nice and slow, left hand's gonna stay planted. Peel your right arm up to the sky. Now hold your frame here. Maybe you feel good here. Maybe you'd like to take your right hand to your hip. Maybe you'd like to slide it behind your back. Maybe you'd like to heel toe your right foot in a little bit and let your right knee wing out. Get a little deeper. It's up to you. If you feel good, maybe you bend that left knee, pointing your left toe toward the sky for that quad stretch. Don't use your hand up. Just check your end range. You'll get a stretch either way. 1 more breath wherever you took it. Slowly release your left leg if you lifted it. Beautiful. Plant your right foot down, heel toe it back out. We're going to release that right arm up to the sky. Reach it forward, take it down back to that lizard. Excellent. Now take a moment here, inhale. I know lizards are the sticks. Tuck your left toe under, pick that left knee up. Now all of a sudden it's more accessible, don't you think? Now I'm going to tell you right now, we're going to come to a side plank. Now it's up to you what variation you take. You can drop your left knee right now and just swing your right leg to the end of your mat. If you want more, come outer edge of your left foot. Swing your right leg back and then pick your right arm up. So you find yourself a full-blown side plank. Whatever you have, hold it here 3. Hold it here 2. Beautiful. On 1, reach your right arm up and overhead. Plant that right hand down, find traditional plank, take your time. Now I'm going to call this rainbowing hip. So get your toes to touch, push up in your plank, and just start to dip your right hip over toward the right. Keep your hands planted. Bring it back center, dip your left hip over toward the left. Keep your hands planted. And continue coming outer edges of your feet. Just twisting out that upper back. Rainbow the hips. 1 more breath. Before you come back neutral, big inhale. Exhale, use your toes, come into your fingers, take down knees. Stick your hiney up. Come forward into those fingers, come down chest and chin. Oh, we're welcoming the shape. Inhale, slither through, low cobra, Bhujangasana. Keep those elbows back, shoulders retracted. See if you can float your hands. See if you can float your toes. Catch yourself a locust. Maybe swing your arms behind you like a speed racer and stay there for 3. Stay there for 2. On 1, come to hover hands, lower down hands and toes. Tuck your toes under, push it back, child's pose. So you got a break. Find the earth. Connect with her. Big inhale, spool you up. Exhale, softens you down. 2 more. One more. That's it. Nice and slow, we're gonna have you come up. If you wanna take a quick sip of water, towel your face, go ahead. Otherwise, you're gonna meet us in tabletop and start to move left and move right. So I love to wiggle. I know you guys know me very well, so there you go. I'm a wiggler. I love to oscillate. I love to undulate. The more movement, the better. So move it out. Sway it left, sway it right. See how you feel. Probably a lot different from that first tabletop, would you say? Give it one more breath before you come back to a neutral space. So if you haven't found table already, find your way back. Wrist stack shoulders, knee stack hips. Good. Now on your inhale, we'll briefly go through some cat-cow. So drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, round out chin into chest, just to reset. It's a good place to be. 2 more, inhale, drop your belly, lift your gaze. Exhale, round out chin into chest, let it be. And one more time, inhale, drop that belly, lift your gaze. Beautiful. Exhale, round out chin into chest, hold space in your cat for 3. Hold space in your cat for 2. On 1, come neutral spring tabletop. Tuck your toes under. Lift your knees 2 inches from the earth again. Hover that table. Power it up for 3. Hold space here, hovering for 2. And on 1, send those hips to the side, downward facing dog, pedal, pedal, pedal. Work through the tension. Give it a moment as you work through anything that's coming up here. You might feel like $1,000,000 all of a sudden. Good for you. Do what you can. And if you don't, and you're having one of those days where you just feel like a darn baby elephant, gosh, I know what that feels like. I do it all the time. I don't even know how I get up into downward dog. I just kind of push and then collapse. So do what you can. Don't worry about the rest. Deflate that ego, not your amigo. 1 more breath, come in neutral. Gesture both heels down. Now let's inhale high up onto tippy toes to elevate that dog. Exhale, ground down your heels to anchor. Again, inhale high on your tippy toes, elevate that dog. Exhale, ground down your heels to anchor. 1 more time, high on the tippy toes. I have a game for you. If you've Shakti hopped with me before, here's your opportunity. If your body says, nope, 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 definitely not doing that, you can walk to the top and find a forward fold. So those of you interested or want to know what a Shakti hop is, tiptoe your toes a little closer towards your hands, but not much, just 1 or 2 tiptoes. Ground down your heels to shorten stance. Inhale, get back up on those tippy toes, bend your knees into your chest, cat your back. So think cat, and then gaze for your hands with that cat back. So look between your thumbs, push up and out of those rhomboids. Using your little legs like springs, you bump up your heels. So you send your hips over your shoulders. Little bumps, right? If you're gonna do a full Shakti hop, you're bringing your heels towards your behind. Again, cat back if you're doing it. Engage all 10 fingers. Maybe you can suspend yourself in that space and hold a little tuck handstand. If you're not quite there, well, they're gonna be little bounces. And you're gonna do what you can. Either way, we're gonna find the top of the mat in another hop or 2. So if your body says, I'm over it, Kimberly, you go ahead and find that forward fold. We're here. All right, so give it 1 more breath, whatever you're up to. And nice and slow, exhale. Inhale, half left finger slide up shins, get your head back on your shoulders. And nice and slow, exhale, melt it down. Soft, bend your knees, sweep your arms to skyward, Bahastasana, prayers up, gaze up. Exhale, curve hands down, mudra to your heart center, arms by your side, Samastiti. Inhale, prayer up, gaze up. Exhale, chase it down, fold it down, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, half left. Beautiful. Exhale, melt and fold, bend your knees, decompress. Go opposite elbows and just stay here for a moment. If you want to increase intensity, you can take those opposite elbows behind your legs. So now you're bound up. I call this a chain link. You give yourself a moment all linked up. Maybe inhale, half lift with your bind. And exhale, fold it down, straightening out your legs, sliding those bound arms down to your ankles. So again, this is just an opportunity to add some whipped cream and cherry to your practice. If your body says, not today, that's okay. Straight up ice cream is where it's at. I love talking in analogies. If you don't know me, You're gonna get used to it. Give it one more breath wherever you are. Before you slowly start to rebend your knees, unbind your arms, and you'll sweep your arms to skyward Vastasana. Put your hands down through the right through center, bend your knees, chair. Again, mountain top, bent knee bottom. So straighten yourself out, bend your knees. Ribs towards hips, hemisphere, spine, hands to prayer. Good. Weights in your heels, so tickle your toes on the ground. Make sure your weight's in your heels. Give yourself one more breath in. Exhale, start to hinge forward. So get your chest over those thighs, ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine. Get low, 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 low. Tummy almost touches your thighs. Hips are back, knees are in alignment with your ankles. You give it one more breath in. Exhale, nice and slow. Rise all the way up. Push your arms past your ears. Big breath in. And we're going in one more time. Bring your hands to third eye, throat center. Bend your knees. Build your chair. Good. So upper body is the same. Lower body's bent. Building at Utkatasana. That awkward chair pose. Nice and slow, hinge forward. Keep your ribs towards your hips, tummy towards your spine. If your back is aching, you're not doing it. Pull your ribs towards your hips. Get your chest parallel with your thighs. Send your hips back, hold space here. 3. We're gonna build on this in 2. On 1, send your prayer forward again. Separate hands, relax shoulders, big inhale. Exhale, keep those arms lined up with your ears. 1 more. Now send those arms down and behind you like a speed racer. Stay low in your chest and reach your arms down, reach your arms forward, coming up traditional chair. So knees stay bent, chest stays lifted. Slowly we stay here, 2 more in. Exhale, rip roar, and 1 more. Hands to the third through heart center. And shoot it up to the sky, little rocket, push arms touch your ears. Arms by your side, Samasthiti. Woo! Go ahead, shake it out. Do your little dance, do your little Beyonce, whatever you gotta do, get those little leggies windmilling, shake it out. We're coming back in from soon, you know we are, so. Oh, I am sweating. It's not hot in here. Coming back neutral. Find that mountain pose. So this is Samasthiti. I call it Samasthiti. It is mountain. Fingers are spread, lift up your toes. Exhale, pinky middle, big toes down to the ground. Now engage your ankles, calves, knees, quads. Squeeze your core, ribs towards hips, semis towards spine, shoulders back. You're feeling good. Inhale, prayer reaches up and overhead. Exhale, prayer hands down through third eye, through heart center. Getting ready for a little bit of balancing. Shift your weight to your left standing leg. Soft bend your right knee. So left leg is pinned straight. You're not sassing your pants out. I know you. Pull it in. Ribs towards hips, semis towards spine. All right, sassy pants. Flex your right foot, bringing knee to navel height. Hold that frame, balancing. Again, you need to activate your bandhas, Uddiyana and Mula Bandha. So core and your P muscle. Squeeze it. Pretend you got a P, it'll help. 1 more inhale. Exhale, start to softly bend into your left knee. So take the elevator down. So it's activating your quad and no more. Big breath in. Nice and slow quad press. Just straighten that left leg. Knee stays lifted. Slowly rebend that left knee. Elevator down for 3. Keep your core in. Active for 2. On 1, quad press to straighten that left leg. 1 more time. Bend against that left knee. Now hold it here. 3. We're going to transition into, here comes little makeshift kundalini. So start to lean forward. Get your knees pinned together. Once they're pinned, get your chest parallel with the ground. Keep flexing that right foot. Hold space suspended. 1 breath, kundalini. And then slowly start to extend that right leg back, balancing in a bendy warrior 3 to tap your right toes down into a lunge. Now stay here. Don't give it up yet. Give it 1 more breath in. Exhale, slowly start to turn over to the left. Now it could be a 1-degree turn. It could be 45 degrees. Whatever you have to give me, hold it 3. Hold it 2. Slowly come back center on 1. Who's ready? Send your prayer forward. Separate hands, relax shoulders. Big breath in. Send those arms behind you like a speed racer. Stay low profile, low lunges. Reach those arms down. Reach those arms forward and straighten that left leg up to balance. Holy moly. You still with me? Keep pulling that left hip back, right hip forward. So that is your Mula Bandha at best. Activate your core so you don't bow your back. That would be your Uddiyana Bandha at best. Keep squeezing that right glute. Stay high on that right tippy toe. You should be able to lift and lower to balance here. Drawing that midline. One more breath with nice strong quads before we slowly bend into that left knee, finding your way into traditional high lunge. Again, left hip back, right hip forward. No ribs out, so pull them in. Open up cactus arms. Middle finger to thumb for patience. Take a moment here, inhale. Exhale. One more big breath in. Exhale, draw those elbows back, lift your heart up. Big inhale. As you exhale, start to hinge forward, reach your arms forward, you're gonna pass them on a block. Inhale, draw those elbows back, puff your heart up, middle fingers to thumb for patience. Inhale, reach, exhale, forward. Good. Inhale, draws you back up, puff that heart up, gaze up, elbows drawn back. Two more, exhale, reach it forward. And inhale, drawing it back. One more time, exhale it forward. Inhale, draw it back, hold it there, 3. Hold it there, 2. Straighten out that left leg, reach your arms to prayer to the sky. Now hold space here, you're still balancing. Internal rotation keeps you here. Big breath in, with straight legs. Exhale, halfway down, you're gonna swan dive. Hold space at halfway point for 3. Push that left and back, right hip forward for 2. On one, flip your palms, rise up, here, connect overhead, big inhale. Exhale, come halfway down. Get that chest hovering halfway. Flip your palms, inhale, rise back up. Gaze to the sky. One more time, halfway down, hold it there, 3. Hold it there, 2, listen. Back heel down on 1, tip your left hand down to your left shin, right arm up to the sky, stacking up in a modified triangle. So again, you want that left hand just below your left kneecap. Unless you feel good, you can get a little deeper. Don't let me stop you. But don't pull out a full triangle. We're not going there today. This is just a transition. So stack your hips, keep peeling that right hip back, left hip forward. Get your ribs stacked, get your shoulders stacked, and try to get your wrists stacked. Okay? So give it one more breath right here. Exhale. Ooh, I hear the Rolling Stones. Reach your right arm up and overhead. Long line through an extended triangle. So legs are straight, right arm is up and overhead. You give it one more breath, breathing for that right oblique. Now this shape stays the same. Don't move an inch. Gaze down. Bend into your left knee, resting your left forearm, top of that thigh. Oh, the relief. So again, we're waking up our groin, asking our adductors to externally rotate and hold space here. So keep pushing that left knee towards your left pinky toe. Keep that right arm up and over that right ear, reaching with that right side body. Give it 2 more big breaths. Inhale, lunge a little deeper. One more big breath. Peaceful warriors coming. Get ready. Keep this shape, gaze down. Lift your top body up. Warrior 2 for a pause. And tip it back, maybe wrapping right arm behind your back. Left arm up and over as you find that left side body stretch. Keep lunging into that left knee. Push it towards your left pinky toe. One more big inhale, peaceful warrior. Exhale, beautiful. Slowly come back up, warrior 2. Relax your shoulders. Here's where you get that left quad break. Flip your palms. Inhale, reach it up, straighten out that left leg. Oh, so nice. Exhale, fall back down, warrior 2. Relax your shoulders from your ears. Flip your palms, rise up, straighten your arms up overhead to prayer, straighten that left leg. Exhale, float it back down, finding that warrior 2. One more time, flip it up, prayer knee, straight legs. And last time, exhale, come into that warrior 2. This is where your full-blown side angles come in. You ready? Hinge forward, reach. Now maybe that left forearm finds your thigh right onto the sky, or maybe you decide to bring that left hand down to the ground inside of that left foot, or maybe to a block. Either way, you're pushing that left knee towards your left pinky toe, and you're holding space here. Now give it one more breath before I extend you. Nice and slow, reach that right arm up and overhead. Long line through your right side body. Now, we're gonna do those big arm circles again. 3 of them to be exact. Take a breath in. Exhale, let your right hand come down to scrape the earth. Inhale, reach it all the way back up to 12 o'clock, up to the sky. Reach it forward up and over your ear. Let those right fingers scrape the ground. Inhale it back up to sky. One more time, bring it down and forward, and then back and up to the sky. Take a breath in. Last challenge, hand to hip or behind your back, half bound or full bound. Take your left hand underneath, grab your right hand, give it one breath, inhale here. If you have it, lower left hand to the ground, right arm to the sky, get ready, lizard. Reach that right arm up and overhead, plant it down, pick your back heel up, heel toe your left foot out. Ooh, who knew lizard would be in the resting pose? I didn't, not until today. Give yourself one more breath and slowly lower your right knee down and then shift your weight back. So your right hip comes towards your right heel, you flex your left foot, and you hold your frame for just 2 breaths. So we're giving our quads a moment. We're not staying in half split. This is, again, just a transition to give you a breath. Big inhale. Nice and slow exhale. Now rebend that left knee. Beautiful. Pick that right knee up. Now take your right foot up and step it back a little bit further to re-drop down that right knee. So I want you in full-blown lizard. I know we like to short ourselves because hips hate the stretch, but there's method to the madness. You're going to feel like $1,000,000. So give yourself a moment. Use your blocks. Perch yourself up. Gaze down at the top of your mat. Remember your neck. It is part of your spine. I know we don't like to think of it that way, but it sure is. There are little vertebrae in that neck that are holding your head. And all those deep neck flexors that support your head on your shoulders. So we want to give those bones a break. Give those joints a moment. Give it one more big breath. Good. Now we get a little deeper. Shift your weight into your right hand. Start to peel your left arm to the sky. Now this might be enough for you, so you stay here. For those of you who want a little more, maybe your left hand finds your left hip. Maybe it slips behind your back, okay? For those of you who want a little bit more hip, heel toe your left foot in towards your right hand, and then come to the outer edge of your left foot and gaze the wall behind you. The final cherry on this ice cream cake, we'll call it, is to bend your right knee, pointing your right toe to the sky. So that's checking the end range in your quads and your hips and your glutes. You do what you can without wrenching your right foot into your hands. Give it one more breath in. If you lifted your right leg up, lower it back down. If you heel-toed your foot in, take it back out. Send your bind back up to the sky. Reach that left hand forward, take it back down to the ground. Good. Now, nice and slow, we're going to tuck that right toe under and pick that right knee back up. So we're back in our lizard lunge. Hold your frame here. Take one breath in. This is where side plank comes in. So if you want to modify it, drop your right knee down now, and you're going to swing your left leg to the end of your mat and send your left arm to the sky. If you're staying with me, you're a warrior. Come outer edge of that right foot. Ready? Swing that left leg back to meet your right, and then heel your left arm up. Push the earth away, squeeze your glutes, draw your midline. So activate your bandhas for 3. Activate your bandhas, stack it up for 2. Reach your left arm up and overhead, plant it down, plank. Now, if you want a rainbow, do your little rainbow. If you want to play, do the side plank hustle. I call it the side plank hustle. You come outer edges, you reach it up. You come outer edges, you reach it up again. And you play. This is going to build the strength in your shoulders, stabilize your core, strong body, strong foundation, strong practice. Whatever you're doing, give it one more breath. Coming back into a neutral space, find plank, big breath in. Listen, something different's coming. Take your right forearm to the ground, get your elbow stacked in your shoulder. Take your left forearm to the ground, elbow stacked in your shoulder. Now get your tummy parallel with the earth, so no hindies up. And no tummies down. Keep it lifted. One more breath. Now lower your tummy down. Ah, Sphinx pose. Now wiggle your hips. Really massage those digestive and reproductive organs. So really wiggle your hips side to side and take your feet as wide as your mat. So few times we have the opportunity to really massage our lower abdomen, our low belly. There's a lot of stuff in there that could use some love. So give yourself a moment. Good, and when you're ready, come center. Focus on what your shoulders are doing. So if they're up to your ears like this, draw them down away from your back like this. Keep your chest lifted, chin parallel with mat. So try not to tip your chin to the sky. Again, cranking your neck. And try not to take your chin to your chest either. Keep it about level. So if you gaze down the tip of your nose to a few inches in front of your mat or in front of your hands, it's a better measurement, that's going to keep you at neutral, okay? So keep squeezing those shoulder blades back. Hold space here, 3. Hold space here, 2. One more big breath. I officially have the hiccups. Woo. On 1, we're going to test the waters here. So engage all 10 fingers like you're going to play the piano. So tense your hands. See if you can squeeze your glutes, push your pubic bone into the ground, and lift your elbows off the mat. So it could be a bent elbow, or it could be straightened arms. Either way, it's a pretty intense lift. Do what you can. 1 more. Slowly re-bend your elbows, planting them down to your forearms. Hold space. 1 more breath, Sphinx. Exhale. Now, take your hands to stack, bring your elbows out, and lower your chin onto your stacked hands. Bending your knees, draw your knees toward each other as you windshield wiper side to side. Give yourself 1 more breath before you come back neutral. Now, I'm going to teach you a modified bow, all right? So from here, slowly, you're going to start to bring your heels toward your behind. So all you're doing is trying to get your heels to touch your own butt, right? So kick them towards your glutes. That's going to lift your knees off the ground, right? Now from here, keep your chin on your hands. Start to push your belly into the ground as you lift your arms and your chest off like a little cherub. You're floating in space here. So this is a variation of modified bow. Hold it for 3. Keep squeezing those glutes for 2. Slowly lower your chest and your arms down. And again, windshield wiper those knees side to side. Now I'm funny, so I have to switch my hands. So maybe you switch your hands too. It's just symmetry. I'm a Virgo. If you're a Virgo, you get it. Get it. 1 more breath before you come back neutral. Again, all you're going to do is try to get your heels to touch your own behind. So try to kick your heels towards your hind, pitch your knees up and off. If you push your pubic bone into the ground, you'll feel it even more. So that's half of the bow. Nice and slow, start to lift your arms and your chin off the ground. So you're like a little cherub floating. If I saw you in the full practice in front of me, I'd be hysterically laughing. Jamie, I think you did this with me and I had a giggle fit. But this is a funny pose to me when I see you guys. You're so cute floating there. Keep lifting that chest, hold it. 1 more breath. Lower your chest down, lower your knees down, and again, windshield wiper those legs side to side. We're going to give it 1 more breath. Before we come neutral, lower your feet down to the ground. Take your hands underneath your shoulders. Slowly start to peel up for low cobra, and then come back into a child's pose for just a moment. So I want to give your back a break before I make you work again. So hold space, child's pose. Really use those thighs to push into your tummy. So if you have your knees together, you're in a nice restorative variation of this pose. This helps activate your parasympathetic nervous system, so our autonomic system. That's the rest and restore, rest and digest. So again, you're massaging all those little organs in there. You give it 1 more breath, breathing into the back of your rib cage. And exhale. Nice and slow, come on up. Find a tabletop, okay? Now from your tabletop, I'm gonna have you find a forearm tabletop. So lower first your left forearm down, and then lower your right forearm down, okay? Now once you're there, make sure your elbows are stacking your shoulders. You're gonna tuck your toes under, and you're gonna extend your heels back to come into forearm plank. Now hold this forearm plank. Let's see what you can do here. For some of us, this is it. That's okay. For others, we're going to play with dolphin. So start to walk your toes towards your elbows. See how high you can go. Gaze between your knees or your toes, your ankles, whatever you can see. Try to get your arms to line up with your ears. You do what you can. Now again, dolphin is pretty intense on the shoulders. So if it's too much, again, step it back. You find yourself a forearm plank. Whatever you're doing, give it 1 more breath. Nice and slow dolphin. Step your feet back nice and slow. Find that forearm plank. Take a big breath in. Exhale, lower your pelvis down in the ground, lift your chest, Sphinx. Beautiful. We're gonna give it one more moment here, then we're gonna get back cooking. So gaze slowly forward, big breath in, gaze off your right shoulder, hold it 3. Hold it 2. On 1, look center. Gaze off your left shoulder, hold it here 3. Get in those neck flexors for 2. On 1, look center. Engage all 10 fingers, maybe lift your elbows, straighten out your arms, lift your chest, lift your gaze, hold space, 3. Hold space, 2. On 1, lower your elbows down, stack your hands, lower your chin, rest here for a moment. Take a big breath in. Exhale. Whew. Nice and slow. You're gonna slide those hands underneath your shoulders. Peel it up. One more time. Find a little low cobra, slide a forearm down, slide another forearm down. Find your Sphinx. So we're building on Sphinx pose again because from Sphinx, we're gonna try to find forearm plank again. Now you need to be mindful of your lower back. You don't wanna just throw yourself into it. You're gonna hurt yourself. So make sure from here, you tuck your toes under first. Now think about it. Chin toward chest, push into your elbows, squeeze your ribs towards your hips, lift your pelvis off the ground. Forearm plank. Now if you have a forearm plank, hold it. If you want to build your dolphin, start to walk your toes towards your elbows, get your hips to the sky, and gaze for those feet. If you have dolphin, you want to advance it a little bit. Get high on your tippy toes. Maybe send the right leg up to the sky, hold space there 3. Hold space there 2, grip your fingers to hold it. On 1, step your right foot down. Inhale, send your left leg up if you're holding it 3. Hold it 2. On 1, step your left foot down. Slowly dolphin step it back to forearm plank. Take a big breath, inhale everyone, hang in there. Lower your pelvis down, lift your chest. 1 breath, Sphinx. Beautiful. Nice and slow, engage fingers, lift it up, straighten out those arms. Best you can, maybe walk your hands towards you this time. Now the reason I'm having you do this, you can bend your elbows, is to bend your knees. See if you can touch your feet to your head. Oh, 3. Hold it 2. On 1, lower legs down, lower your body down. Take your arms out, cactus. Take your left cheek to the mat. Bring your right knee up to meet your right elbow, flexing that right foot. You're in a little half frog. Now I'll show you up on the wall in case you've never done this. So you look like this, and then you look like this. Keeping that ankle lined up with your right knee. You're just a little splat on the ground. All right, so hold space there. We're gonna start to decompress now. We're getting ready for Shavasana in a little bit. We've done all sorts today. So just breathe, no big deal. You're a little splat. Whew. Give it 3 more breaths in. 2. Beautiful, 1 more. You got it. Slowly releasing that right leg down. Take your third eye to the mat, and then you take your opposite cheek down. Bringing your left knee up towards your left elbow, flex your left foot, your little sleeping half frog. And again, you hold space here, doing the best you can. Big breaths, fill up your lungs, expand the back of your rib cage. Exhale, softens you, releases you, relaxes you. Take 3 more breaths here. Let it all go. 2 more. And 1 more big breath in. Nice slow exhale. Gently releasing your left leg down to meet your right. Take your third eye to the mat. Take your hands underneath your shoulders and push yourself back for child's pose 1 last time. Woo. Breathe here. Now, I have a surprise for some of you. I normally don't teach this unless I'm physically present, but I'm familiar with some of you, so I'm going to offer it. We're going to do 1 of 2 things. You're either going to come into rabbit, or we're going to play with a supported headstand. Now, we're going to take it slow. okay? Because I want you to be safe because you're at home and I can't rescue you if you're gonna tip over. So if you want to go up against the wall, if you have a wall available to you, you can do that. But if you want to play it safe, again, there is no pressure here. This is for you to explore shape if you feel confident. If you are well-versed in all things headstand, you go for it. You don't even have to listen to my cues. Just be mindful that you're engaging the appropriate muscle groups, okay? So from here, from your child's pose, let's inhale half left. Walk your hands underneath your shoulders. So if you're gonna go into rabbit from here, all you're gonna do is start to lift your hips off your heels, tuck your chin into your chest, and try to get your nose towards your knees. Try to get the top of your head on the ground, right? So maybe from here, you tuck your toes under and reach one hand back to grab your heel, and then the other. You're in a full-blown rabbit. The beautiful rabbit pose is it is an inversion just like a headstand, but without the pressure on your neck. Okay, so your neck is not being strained. For those of you who are ready for headstands, you're gonna go for the basket weave. So I'll show it to you. Interlaced fingers, palms pressing. You take it to the back of your head. So not up here, the back of your head. The top of your head goes on the floor. So beginning in the same position, you tuck your chin into your chest, elbows drawing towards you like earmuffs. So you don't want elbows out like chicken wings. You want elbows in towards you like earmuffs, and you're embracing the back of your head. Nice and slow, you come up onto your toes. Push your shoulders from your ears. Keep drawing your elbows in toward each other. You might have enough here. That's it. That's all you do. For those of you who are a little more advanced, maybe you walk your toes a little closer. Now you can press your hips over your head when you come up. Start to bend one knee. And then use that final toe on the ground to just lift it up off the ground, and that's it. Lower it back down, switching feet. Bending your opposite knee, you're not jumping, you're just lifting that foot off the ground and planting it back down. If you're able, both knees come up, you come into a speed, ribs towards hips, tummy towards spine, maybe send your knees up toward the sky. If you can extend one leg at a time, you come up into a full headstand. Shoulders from ears, you push away. So whether you found yourself a headstand or you found yourself a rabbit, you are holding space. Play. Whatever you have, engage. Squeeze your glutes if you're in a headstand. Point your toes toward the sky. Try to touch the ceiling. Again, press shoulders from ears. And slowly we're going to cut back down. So if you're upside down, bring your knees back into your chest. Plant your feet down, kneading us back in child's pose. So rabbit, same thing, release. Give yourself one more breath. And exhale. Nice and slow. We're going to inhale half lift. Look for those hands. Walk your hands one at a time towards you. Sit off to the side and swing your legs out, scooting your body all the way to the top of your mat. We're going to prepare for Shavasana. Okay, so plant those feet down, lift your chest. Maybe you reach your arms forward, keeping that nice core engagement. Hinge forward, chin to chest. And then one vertebra at a time, we lower our bodies onto the ground. Beautiful. Now you can keep your knees bent, maybe heel toe your feet wide. You can take the bottoms of your feet to touch, let your knees fall away, coming into Supta Baddha Konasana. Whatever you prefer in this space, you hold space. You can take traditional Shavasana, legs long, but try to tuck your shoulder blades underneath you. Puff that heart up a little bit. And start to soften here as you relax your cheeks and your jaw. Soften the space between, behind, around your eyes. Feel your head grow heavy, shoulders, arms, and hands. Feel your core, your pelvic floor, your hips, your glutes. Feel your legs taking their varying shapes, heels, feet anchoring, entire body at rest. Allow yourself this time. Allow yourself this space. Then slowly begin to deepen your breath. As you heighten your awareness, noticing sound, sense, sensation. Begin to wiggle each finger and each toe. Move your head slowly side to side. Until you come center. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Lengthening out. Maybe bringing your knees to touch. Send your legs out long. Full body stretch. Big inhale. Exhale, draw your knees into your chest. Flexing your feet. Giving yourself a hug. Rock left and rock right. Massage your lower lumbar. Give it one more breath before you fall over to your right or left side. Then find a fetal pose. Let it all go there. Big inhale fills you up. Exhale softens you down. Then slowly, gently press your way up. Rising from the ash, born anew. Finding a comfortable seat. Lengthening through your spine once you've arrived. Draw your hands to prayer at heart center, bowing your head to your heart in gratitude for your practice. Pressing pinkies and thumbs together, release your middle fingers to create a blossom. Within it, place your intention, visualizing its light, its strength. Lend it your faith. As you inhale, lift it all the way up to the sky, presenting your light to the world. And as you exhale, allow your hands to part as they fall to the side. You imagine it making its way out into the world to take root and make a difference. Hands draw back to prayer at heart center, bowing your head to your heart one last time. The light within me honors that brilliant shining light within you. I'd like to close our class with the sound of Om, the universal sound that connects us all. If you'd like to join me, exhale the air out of your lungs. Inhaling for Om. Aum Shanti Shanti, Aum Peace Peace. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your evening, rest of your week and your weekend. Hopefully we'll see you again one day soon, but until we meet again, namaste.